Boom, boom, boom. The Buddha's anger lotus seeds exploded when they reached the pupil. A huge shock wave hit the empty space. In the aftermath, that was enough to destroy the peak of dough. Shung slowly shook, making this piece of book the unstable space is fragmented, and the void like a black hole is slowly born in this space. Ah! Damn human beings! This emperor will definitely make you pay. Some bloodstains spread out from the huge pupils, and the tick-tick fell. In the quiet space, it was particularly harsh, and the angry voices from those pupils, it was full of anger, and the food that finally reached the mouth just let the four people go. How could they not be angry? However, it obviously underestimated the destructive power possessed by the Buddha Furious Lotus. It had been hurriedly preventing the four from escaping the exit, underestimated Xiao Yan's attack, and suffered a lot of damage. The giant eye seemed to be angry. Slowly I saw the entire body behind the pupil surfaced. Xiao Yan fixed his eyes and saw that this was an incomparably gigantic golden dragon. The body is hundreds of feet long, and the entangled tail is swaying, and the breath emanating from the invisible is only stronger than that of Xiao Yan, and the dragon horn on his forehead is broken. You must know that the dragon horn in the dragon family is an identity, the biggest symbol of strength. A broken dragon horn has no less impact on the dragon than a human being, and it is no wonder that it merges with the empty space, and people can only see a pair of huge pupils. It turned out to be this dragon. The color of the skin is the same as the dark surrounding environment. So Xiao Yan suddenly realized that he could only show a pair of pupils to everyone. Damn! 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 How dare a little human dare to hurt me? The golden dragon in front of him roared, and it could be seen that Xiao Yan really angered it. Suffer to death. The golden dragon roared at Xiao Yan and breathed out a dragon's breath, then drove the dragon's claws on his entire body and flew toward Xiao Yan, attempting to destroy this little human being with the power of his most powerful claws. But how could Xiao Yan give the giant dragon in front of him a chance? 3,000 thunders moved away in an instant, and the strange fire ruler in his hand was slowly surrounded by the strange fire. Xiao Yan obviously wanted to fight against the giant dragon. One claw. Just when Xiao Yan was about to fight hard, Xiao Yi ran out babblingly, swallowed all the dragon's breath in one gulp, and then stood on Xiao Yan's shoulder and babbled towards the golden dragon in front of him. On Yi's forehead, a mysterious rune that was exactly the same as the golden dragon appeared looming. If you look closely, even the rune on Xiao Yi's forehead is brighter and more dazzling than the dragon's. The golden dragon was extremely angry and drove the dragon's claw to face Xiao Yan's claw, but when he saw the mysterious rune on Xiao Yi's forehead, it suddenly became quiet. After a few seconds, the dragon's forehead lit up with white, and then the giant dragon in front of him kept roaring at Xiao Yi, as if asking for help from Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi babbled to him. Although Xiao Yan didn't know what happened, Xiao Yi told herself that the golden dragon in front of her was talking to her in dragon language. Ah! The golden dragon suddenly screamed violently after Xiao Yi seemed to have talked for a while. On the forehead of the golden dragon, two rays of light, one black and one white, were continuously coiled, and then separated from the forehead respectively. Suddenly, there are two figures, one black and one white. Xiao Yan felt that the white figure exuded a strong aura, which seemed to be somewhat similar to Zhu Kuan's, while the black figure exuded a cold, evil, and uncomfortable aura, and the white figure looked at Xiao Yan with some pain. The black figure looked at Xiao Yan with resentment, wishing to kill Xiao Yan. Damn it! Impossible! How can you break free from my control? It looks like you will succeed. As long as I swallow a few do-di, I can completely swallow your soul. The black figure said to the white figure in surprise. It should be a good thing you did, right? The black figure mocked Xiao Yin maliciously. But forget it, after so many years, you are still so obsessed with it. Wouldn't it be possible for us to enjoy inexhaustible glory and wealth if you surrender? Why do you have to fight against us? You should know that with your strength, we will not treat you badly if you surrender. The black figure said slowly, inexhaustible glory and wealth? You think I'm rare? Don't think I don't know what you're up to. The white figure raised his head and laughed loudly. The Golden Dragon King really lives up to its reputation. I haven't assimilated you for so many years, but today is the time to solve it. Speaking of which, I really want to thank this human boy. If it wasn't for the trauma he caused you today, I would have to devour you. It's a small price to pay. Suffer to death. The black figure showed an evil smile, although he didn't know why the Golden Dragon King broke free from his control today. But now that it was injured, it was the best time for him. With terrifying fluctuations, he launched an attack on the white figure. Jinglian Yawa, help me. The white figure and the black figure were originally in a stalemate, but because the Golden Dragon King ate a Buddha's anger lotus from Xiao Yin, the injury was not light, and he could only face the small figure on Xiao Yin's shoulder. He asked for help, although Xiao Yin didn't know what was going on in front of him. But seeing Xiao Yi staring at the black figure with a heavy expression, out of trust in Xiao Yi, he let him go to the black figure. Xiao Yan subordinates. It is also quietly brewing the different fire square that was obtained from the ancient emperor's inheritance, in case of unexpected events. In this kind of battle at the level of the Do Di powerhouse, only the square of different fires obtained from Do Di's inheritance can come in handy. Old Zumao, since your master has been damaged, then you are not dead. The black figure slapped the Golden Dragon King, and the Golden Dragon King was caught off guard, and the Golden Dragon King retreated steadily. The black figure kept launching attacks. Just as the black figure was about to succeed in attacking the Golden Dragon King's vital points, a milky white flame burned towards the black figure, blocking the attack. You must know that when Xiao Yin faced the Heavenly Emperor of Battle Spirit on the Do Chi continent before, he ordered all the different fires in the Do Chi continent, all the source fires of the different fires to remain in Xiao Yi's body, and now it's fair to say that Xiao Yi possesses the fire spirit with the origin of 23 different fires cannot be underestimated. Damn it! The seal of reincarnation? How is that possible? The black figure looked at the mysterious rune on Xiao Yi's forehead that was getting more and more dazzling, and couldn't help losing his voice. From his mouth, Xiao Yin seemed to hear the emotion of fear. Even fear. Even the offensive in his hand was stagnant. Ya! The strange fire square in Xiao Yan's hand flew toward Xiao Yi in an uncontrollable moment, and Xiao Yi's body suddenly lit up with 22 different colors of strange fire. Plots generally fly straight to their respective stone pillars. The black figure felt a lot of power from the different fire square, and fear was born from the heart. Run! For some reason, a sudden thought suddenly appeared in the black figure's heart. Boom, boom, boom. The 22-colored different fire plaza is like a huge formation, shrouding the black figure, who just wanted to escape. When the Golden Dragon King saw this, the dragon breathed in his mouth and went all out, cooperating with Xiao Yi's attempt to seal the black figure. I didn't expect that I could still see the reincarnation seal in my lifetime. Golden Dragon King, since the matter has come to this point, I will give the Lord an account by destroying your body. Seeing that the black figure could not escape this damned square of different fire, he muttered to himself. A terrifying wave flew towards the dragon body of the Golden Dragon King. Obviously, this was the last blow of the black figure. Xiao Yi and the Golden Dragon King went all out to seal the black figure. Xiao Yingguang knew from the aftermath of the battle that this was no longer a battle that he could intervene in. Ha! Golden Dragon King, your physical body has been destroyed, your foundation has been shaken, and my mission has been completed. The next time the darkness will defeat the light." The black figure was swallowed up by the different fire plaza before he finished speaking, and his soul will follow. It was slowly refined over time. The inside of the passage was fragmented. The Golden Dragon King and Xiao Yi were both out of breath. Xiao Yin hurriedly flew over to check the situation. "Thank you so much this time, Yaohua." The white figure called the Golden Dragon King smiled at Xiao Yi, even though he only had a soul left. Xiao Yi didn't answer it, as if trying to remember something. Xiao Yin took it and said, "Its memory has not been fully recovered. What should we do now?" The vortexes had already formed before they knew it, and they exuded greedy suction, as if they wanted to devour Xiao Yin and the others. "Why are you here?" Xiao Yi obviously remembered something and turned to face the Golden Dragon King. "It's too late to say. This space is about to collapse. Go out and talk to you in detail." "Come with me," said the Golden Dragon King. After finishing his gestures, a miniature appeared in the broken void in front of him. Small channel. The Golden Dragon King just went through a big battle, and now he has broken through the void again, and his soul body is getting weaker and weaker. "Let's go." After saying that, without waiting for Xiao Yan's approval, his soul directly resided in the Na ring in Xiao Yan's hand. Boom, boom, boom. The space where Xiao Yin and the others were collapsed instantly. Led by the Golden Dragon King, they poured into the new passage. In a few moments, a simple door appeared in front of the three of them. There is a familiar smell in the door, because the strange fire in the body is beating violently, as if seeing the most delicious food. "This is..." Xiao Yin looked at the Golden Dragon King in a state of soul in shock. "It's been 10,000 years. I'm finally back. I don't know where you have gone, Tuoshe." Looking at the quaint gate, the Golden Dragon King couldn't help but murmured with some moist eyes. Xiao Yi looked at the door thoughtfully, and the mysterious rune on her forehead became brighter and brighter. "Let's go." "Xiao Yi, I still need your help to open the stone gate," the Golden Dragon King said and floated to the gate, muttering something near the gate, and the mysterious rune on Xiao Yi's forehead fell off his forehead and moved towards the gate. "Fly over the stone gate. Don't worry, I know you have a lot of questions to ask, and there will be answers you want to know." The Golden Dragon King clearly saw that Xiao Yin was confused and said quickly. The stone gate in front of him slowly opened, and a terrifying aura like a sleeping giant emanated from the stone gate, which directly made Xiao Yin feel the pressure to kneel and worship, but there was also a strong cordiality that followed. "Feel? What's going on?" Xiao Yin felt 10,000 puzzled at this moment, but he had to suppress the puzzlement in his heart and followed Xiao Yi and the Golden Dragon King and walked in slowly. Xiao Yin looked inside the Sherman and found that there was something special inside. There are not too many expensive items in the quaint and simple stone gate. The most conspicuous thing is on the stone gate steps. An old man dressed in dark robes has nothing special about his face. If he ignores his colorful hair, if so, he is almost no different from those ordinary old men. At this moment, the old man is stable and peaceful, but the aura of destruction felt from the old man is sitting cross-legged among the buds, with his tightly closed eyes slowly opening on his old face. Xiao Yin had seen this figure several times, and his inheritance came from the person in front of him. At this moment, Xiao Yin knew in his heart that this was the real Tuoshe ancient emperor. "Disciple Xiao Yin, I have seen the master." Xiao Yin looked at the ancient emperor Tuoshe, who appeared again in front of him, and immediately said respectfully with his arms in front of the figure in front of him. After all, if it weren't for the Duty Cave mansion left by the ancient emperor Tuoshe, there would be no Xiao Yin today. Xiao Yin also received the inheritance of the ancient emperor Tuoshe. In other words, he can be regarded as a disciple of the ancient emperor Tuoshe. so it makes sense to call him Master. You're quite clever, kid. Xiaojin has really worked hard for you all these years, hey? Emperor Tuoshe looked at the weak, golden dragon king in front of him and sighed endlessly. Come here, Xiaoi. Ancient Emperor Tuoshe smiled at the three people in front of him and immediately waved a milky, white light towards the golden dragon king. The originally illusory soul of the golden dragon king became more and more solid. Xiaoi he also stood on the shoulders of Emperor Tuoshe as if trying to remember something. Is it the seal of reincarnation? Emperor Tuoshe murmured. The space in front of you is a bud of flame. I know you have many questions. Sit down and I will talk to you slowly. Hearing this, Xiaoyin did not act coquettishly. With a flicker of his figure, he sat cross-legged on the flame bud. Anyone who is promoted to the level of Do Di in the Doqi continent will be crowded out by the Doqi continent plane. In just a few days, as many as a few decades, the displacement will reach a critical point, and then you must leave the Doqi continent and go to the new continent rank. Face! Ancient Emperor Tuoshe looked at Xiaoyin and said slowly, without waiting for the latter to speak. I feel this too. But why were the five of us attacked by the Golden Dragon King when we entered the passage leading to the New World? Xiaoyin said solemnly, if according to what Emperor Tuoshe said, why would there be any inside the passage? There are people who attack themselves. Shouldn't there be planes to attract people? You're really blaming it wrong. Emperor Tuoshe looked at the Golden Dragon King, full of guilt, and continued. You're right. Every person who enters the new continent from the lower plane continent will have someone to pick him up, but the channel connecting our Doqi continent to the new continent was destroyed by a war 10,000 years ago. Some people died in battle, and a few people did their best to repair the passage, so we have not been able to guide people since 10,000 years ago. Xiaoyin saw a trace of loss in his eyes when he saw the ancient Emperor Tuoshe talking. Master, what is the reincarnation mark on Xiaoyi's forehead? Xiaoyin always cared about what the black figure said before. Xiaoyi has followed him for many years, and it has helped him so much. Xiaoyin doesn't want Xiao either 3 long and 2 short points. This is not only a problem of his own strength has dropped significantly. Xiaoyi is more like a partner to himself. The seal of reincarnation is the mark left in this world by the most peak powerhouses in the entire Great Thousand World. When the time is right, the previous peak powerhouses will wake up again, or they will give them the mark of their choice. The strength of the owner's peak, but no one knows how long this time will be. Emperor Tuoshe said with respect in his eyes. The greater the ability, the greater the responsibility. Xiaoyin looked at Xiaoyi quietly, and suddenly there was a trace of moving. But don't worry, I won't let you have an accident one day. Xiaoyin said firmly. I'm talking to you about the 10,000 Years' War. The battle 10,000 years ago covered the sky and the sun. It gathered the heavens' favorites from the whole universe to fight against the alien evil races isolated from the Great Thousand Worlds. It lasted for 10 years. In the end, our Dakian world sacrificed all the peak powerhouses and desperately burned all their own vitality to seal the abominable alien race. In order to delay the invasion of our Dakian world by the alien race, let us breathe. We fought back with anger, and finally hit the foreign evil clans severely and drove them out of the Great Thousand World. In that battle, we underestimated the power of the foreign evil clan, causing our Great Thousand World to suffer heavy damage. Our top powerhouse in the Great Thousand World burns life force to seal the alien race. But the alien race is the most peak existence after all, so even if all the life force is burned, it will not die in the true sense. The seal of reincarnation. Choose the inheritor to inherit their own power or plant the seal of reincarnation next time to fight against the evil race from outside the territory. This is the origin of the seal of reincarnation. Although the top powerhouse of the evil race from outside the territory is sealed, The power of the seal continues. It is weakening. Maybe in 100 years, all the evil races outside the territory will make a comeback, and then the world will have to rely on you. Ancient Emperor Tuoshe looked at Xiao Yin in front of him kindly, as if he had made a decision. Same. Do you want to practice the real Finju? Ancient Emperor Tuoshe looked at Xiao Yin seriously.